Hello everyone, this is Vanessa in the process of becoming Dr. Vanessa Collins, and I am in the process of doing my CMP course, pre-candidacy prospective for my dissertation. This is the class that you do before you start the actual dissertation. This is actually a draft of the dissertation. This journey that I'm going to be going on is for 8 weeks. I will begin this class in April. And when I start this class, I'm going to show you guys that this work is not a joke. But what I would like to say is that people, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have grind in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. I was also laughed at and told, you are a college student. That's your career. And I said, oh, you're insulting me? But I had to learn that the insults was coming from people who didn't even have a GED, who didn't even finish junior high school, who didn't even finish high school. So my journey is real. I tell everybody I didn't give up. Growing up, I was the type of child that in elementary school, that means you in a grade from kindergarten or pre-K to back then was the 6th grade. And what I did was I believed in myself, like I'm smart, I can do this. You're learning. And in the process of me learning, I was just so excited and happy that I was able to graduate to the next grade. But I got in the 3rd grade and I wound up missing a little on my math. And when I missed a little on my math, my mother made me go to summer school, which I had to get the letter. I was so hurt and embarrassed and like, can you fix it? Can I take it over? Only in summer school. So I wound up going to summer school like 3 times. And I didn't go. No, my mother said, I'm just going to let her stay behind. In my head, I'm saying, what the fuck she say? You literally ain't supposed to curse, but all types of curses was coming out. I said, what the fuck did she say? What is bitch leaving behind? Me. So I'm in the 3rd grade and she leaves me behind. And at the time I went to PS46, Miss Fomet was my teacher. So Miss Fomet was all into fashion, had a baby. I guess she ain't passed no mind after a while. But I was able to keep up with the work and I passed all the other tests except that math test. So I didn't make it to summer school because my mother said she was going to leave me back anyway, but she let me take the test. I wound up passing a test with a high score. She said, leave her behind. And I'm steady saying, did she just say that? It didn't process. But you're young, you don't talk back, you listen to your mother. So I said, well, why I have to stay behind? And my mother explained to me, she said, I don't want you to go ahead and get stuck. Because if you needed to understand the work, you passed the test, but I'm still going to let you retake the class over. And in my head, I'm saying to myself, the whole class for a math test? I had to repeat the whole grade over, but I did. So now she put me in all types of services and I got support. I went to resource with Miss Carp. And I'm going to resource. I'm loving it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Did the 4th grade. They tried to put me in a 4 to 2 class. That means 4 students and 2 teachers. And I said, why am I in here? She was like, oh no, you gotta be in here. I got left back in the 4th grade. It wasn't the 3rd, it was the 4th. So I'm saying to myself, I ain't supposed to be in here. I ain't supposed to be in here with them. So I'm saying to myself, damn, am I that dumb? I went home, I said, I said, they put me in a class with 4 kids. So my mother's like, oh, it's gonna help you. Oh no, it's not. I said, they learning how to color. They doing baby words. I knew the dictionary. So she's like, no. All I kept saying was, oh my God. I went to school and my music teacher was one of the teachers. And I'm like, how you the music teacher and a special teacher? So she says, oh, you belong in here. I was like, no, I don't. I sat in the corner. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was like, did all my work, did everything. And she was like, I know you don't belong in here. She said, you're going to have to advocate for yourself. I said, I've been advocating for myself. I said, I'm getting out of here. By that Monday, I was out of that class. And I told my mother, I said, I think you better come back me up, because you will not place me someplace I don't need to be. Not that I don't want to be there, I don't need to be. You get me in the resources, I didn't want to go there, but I went. So, I learned that the little time away was good play. Learned more, understood my work more, and I had an IEP. And I was classified, they said, with ADD. That means you have short attention spans, and you tend to want to be busy. You're doing a different bunch of things, but I had great behavior. And I wanted to meet new friends. I was happy. And in the whole process, I kept saying, I got to catch up with my peers. I got to show them that I can do this. I can do this. I kept saying, can y'all pass me to the next class? I don't belong here. I see the people graduating. But now I'm looking at the people that's graduating. I'm like, oh, they grown. I'm going to stay here. So now I'm passing my classes, going to the 5th grade, going to the 6th grade. I still have resources. I still had an IEP. And it helped me when it came to tests because I was able to get more time. So now I'm in junior high school. 265 stands. That's in Brooklyn and Fort Greene on Park Avenue. It's the Susan McKinney Junior High School. When I was in there, I'm in school with other kids from Farragut, from Bed-Stuy. I'm like, ooh, it ain't everybody from your building. So in the process, I'm saying to myself, damn, I gotta go to resource. I still have resource, but I'm smart. I'm a grade behind. Nobody knows this. But I'm one of the smart kids. And I'm like, you don't need this. And I'm like, no, I want to keep it. I want to keep it because it helps with my tests. They kept saying, you don't need resources. So when they evaluated me, my mother said, well, if you do good, you're going to come out. I was like, no, I think I can use the services because it helps. A lot of times they want to take things away from us because they think we're too advanced. I was a lot advanced, but I still needed that service because it was like a crutch for me. Now I'm going to tell you guys something. You have to stay focused. You got to stay positive. You got to feed into yourself. No matter what services they gave me, I still was smart. I was at genius level to myself. So now 7th grade. Now we go into the 8th grade. The school is dissolving. So that means like the school is breaking up. They're closing the side down. And we got to go to different schools. So they shipping some of them out. Some of them here. Here go my mother again in my education business. You can't go to the school in Bed-Stuy. You're going to go to 46. You could take your sister and pick her up while I go to work. I'm saying to myself, who the hell told you to go to work all of a sudden? But I said, oh, she got me sick. She got me sick. So my friend called me. She was like, oh, I didn't mean to tell on you. I was just like, I was saying to myself, bitch, you told on me? I didn't know who told on me. She said, I want you to go to the school with me. I went to the school. I got my resources. I hated it. So now, all my hair fell out. And this science teacher, I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. When I say, I put a complaint against her. She said I couldn't sit in her class with my hat on. And I was like, my hair's messed up. She made me take my hat off. My hair was so spotted up. It was really damaged. And that tore my self-esteem up. I wanted to fight her. I wound up going to the bathroom and try to lay it down. I was crying. I was like, I hate her. I went back to the class and I said, why would she make me take my hat off? What was the point to prove? So now, thank God for resource. She came and she got me. She was like, is everything all right? And I told her, no. The principal wound up stepping in. In the process of stepping in, my resource person, she stood up for me. And she said to me, she said, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I wound up seeing my old resource teacher. I couldn't go to her because I was in another part of the school. I was in junior high now. So I'm sitting here like, I was told I was not going to pass because I barely went to school. I went to school, but I was just there. I didn't want to be there. But what made me say, let me get into my work again, because I'm smart. I'm smart. And I'm telling you guys this because my journey is, I came from a place that in Brooklyn, one of the toughest projects, Fort Greene. I lived around drug dealers. I lived around shooters. I lived around dropouts, drug users. I lived around fights where you had to just be like, whew, thank God I dodged that bullet. But this is where I tell you, I was smart. I was around smart people. I seen one person of all my growing up in the projects really going to work, really had a job, really. And I was like, damn, she young. I did not realize her struggle was real till I got there. So now I'm going to school and I'm in, getting ready for, junior high. I'm in my junior high getting myself ready. I'm going to be smart back, getting my grind back. So what happened was my girlfriend, she called me. She said, girl, we just got jumped. I said, about who? We got to go fight. And I said, no. I said, what happened? She said, I'm not going back to that school. Them girls in Bed-Stuy jumped us. I said, honey, I went to my mother. I said, thank you for not letting me go to that school. No matter how much I cried, no matter how much I begged, thank you for not letting me go. She looked at me. She said, no problem. I just need you to finish school. Now I graduated, rolled my eyes at the lady who made me take my hat off and show my hair because she tried to do it again. But this time my mom's had my hair done. Slicked down, too cute. So I wound up graduating and we went to Washington Urban High School. That was our community local school. That's where they send you to the local schools when you're in the urban communities. I still had my resources. I did not learn the school because it was so big. I was scared of the school. And what saved me to go home was I used to get my real bad, and my mother would let me stay home because she knew I would throw up. I would really be going through it. So ladies, when your daughter's going through it, be supportive and make sure you let the doctors know that they're going through it. But anyway, get into the story because I'm going to let y'all know. I'm telling it. I'm comfortable. I'm relaxed. I'm in dissertation stage. So when I tell you, I don't open and drink to drink it. When I tell you I'm in high school, Washington Irving, 14th Street, Union Square. The school is knocked down now. It's apartment buildings. Now I'm in school and I'm meeting up with Sharon, Belinda. We all went to junior high school. It's like, oh! Everybody like, yo, what's up, what's up? Now I'm no longer afraid to go to school. I gotta go to gym on the top floor. You had to walk. Now they thinking, oh, because you're young. Just because people young don't mean that they want to walk up no damn stairs. But I wound up going up there to gym. And that was the biggest gym I've ever in my life seen. They want us to play basketball. Just because we tall, skinny, and lanky don't mean that we basketball players. I was not into basketball. I wanted to learn Chinese. I chose that school because they offered Chinese. When I got there, that language did not exist. There was no teacher for Chinese. Told you I was smart. I'm thinking outside the box. So now I'm in my class and I'm going to my studies and I'm like, all right. Now they saying, let's go here. And I'm like, all right. They say, just catch the the cut card when you get home. Let's go to homeroom. I'm like, okay. I'll tell you, you show me something bad, honey, I'll pick it up. So now my homeroom teacher is one of my classroom teachers. And she's like, girl, where you been? I'm like, oh, she said, girl, don't get caught up. I was caught up. Oof. I was caught up. I don't know that lady's name, but I know she was really nice. And she said, all right. And then she said to me, she said, you haven't been going to school. We've been sending letters home to your mother. And I'm like, okay. So now the resource teacher, she'll come get me. I will go to her. Don't ask me why I stayed in the resource. But I wound up going to the resource. And she was like, hey, come on in. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm coming in. So I'm like, I can't stay in school because I don't understand the work. Now, I'm in a struggle. Now, I'm not understanding stuff because I'm not there. You give me math, I'll try. Any math. When they get to algebra, I might know the first sentence. Booyaka, booyaka, bump, bump. I ain't doing no more. I scared of that. So I told her, I said, well, I'm struggling, and I'm not able to keep up, and it's getting a little challenging. She's like, well, you got to come in class. So I'm like, all right. I started doing the right thing. But then it got nice. And then my friend saying, girl, come on, we going over here to the pool. We going to the beach. We going to the Bronx. We going to Yonkers. And I'm like, oh, I ain't never been these places. So I'm down to girl. We going to Coney Island. Bring a swimsuit. We going swimming. Oh, we going here. Come up in the morning. My father used to buy me anything I wanted. Stay cute. Stay with money in my pocket. But guess what? I used to get up 6:30 every morning. Let me tell you how dumb I was. Get up 6:30 every morning, meet up with Sharon on Hall Avenue, that's in Brooklyn. We go walk back to Nevin Street like two fools to get on the train to go to Flatbush and pick up Belinda. Now we leaving the house at 6:30 every morning to do this faithfully. So now I'm doing this. We doing this. This is our routine. I'm just link up to go cut. And I thought about it. I said, girl, you're smart. You're very, very smart. What are you doing? Resource teacher looking for me now. The letters is coming home. I'm catching them in the mailbox. And my mother like, oh, you doing good? Yeah, girl, I'm doing good. And it's like, oh, people getting report cards. I'm like, oh. I said, well, look in the mail. They going to send it. Let me tell you something. I did that for 3 years. They put us in a class that we couldn't leave because we cut so bad. But I only could leave out for resource. Now I'm feeling dumb. Sitting here trying to take a, what they call that test? Midterm. Lord, no, I couldn't do the final. So I'm saying to myself, you're so dumb, you're smart. You're so smart, you're dumb. How you cutting? But what made me stop was that when you're around a bunch of people and they don't understand your journey and your destiny, you're gonna clash. Now we arguing, you catching people in lies, people hurting other people, and I'm like, I'm not part of that. I wound up coming out of the school. I told my mother, I said, listen, I need to come out. They put me in alternative high school. I still had resource. So I'm like, nah, I can't give up. I can't give up. I ain't passing. It was nothing but thugs in there. When I say thugs, oof. Don't even ask me what type of 10 thugs those was. They was thugs. Girls fighting the boys. And I'm like, oh. And in school, we was in an alternative high school, meaning you could go for your GED or finish your high school credits. Don't give up on yourself just because you go into these programs. That's a second chance. So what happened was, I'm going to resource. Now I'm getting like a 98 on the damn math. I was struggling with the math. So I turned around. Everything else went down. I'm like, you sure that's my test scores? I kept testing good with the math. But with the English and the writing and the comprehension, I was going down. I'm like, so now resource is like, oh, we're going to do this plan and this plan. So I'm going to resource and I'm just like, wound up getting pregnant, lifing, being grown, and now I had this little baby. So I'm saying, I got to get myself together. I was in a GED program. I got pregnant, and I love it. Now I'm in a GED program, and I'm saying to myself, the boy said I should kick her in her stomach because she a liar. She ain't pregnant. So that made me not go back. This was in Red Hook. Now we know they retarded over there. I don't know where he was from, but he was retarded, and the area just got me. It was either Red Hook or Gowanus. And I was just like, oh my God, did he say that? So to avoid him getting hurt and me being hurt, I said, let me go. So when he seen me again, he said, oh, she really was pregnant. And he said, I was going to kick me in your stomach. I said, and then you would have kicked me in my motherfucking stomach. What do you think I would have done? I said, I would have tore your whole life up. I said, they wouldn't have identified you. So he was just like, nah, I'm just saying. I said, trust me, I would have tore your whole life up. How you going to come tell somebody you're going to hurt them? But this is what I was growing up around. So now I'm sitting here going, I gotta get myself together. I gotta get back on track. I'm smart. Listen, I poured into myself. I'm smart. So now, I'm going back. I found a school. So I'm like, let me go to the school. It was ASA in Brooklyn, downtown on Lawrence Street in Fulton. I go there. Me and my cousin went there every day. Guess what? We was typing. I can type. We was typing. And we went there. I got a hero with Italian salami, Swiss cheese, lettuce, and tomatoes, and some mustard. It was the best sandwich ever. And we used to go so we could link and hang out. Two fools. Wound up leaving that school. So I turned around and I wound up going to Empire. No, I wound up going to Interborough Institute. Pay attention to this journey now. It's getting ready to get real. Now I'm at Empire Institute. Nope. Interborough Institute. That was in Brooklyn. Nope, that was in Manhattan. Damn, I can't even remember. That was in Manhattan. So now I went there, I got scared because of the math. They had me in an alternative math class, meaning I had to come out of that class. I wasn't earning the credit. Left. Wound up getting a job. I was like, you know what? I want to go back to school. I'm going to give it a try. I ain't going to go back. I'm going to do my GED. So I was like, nah, so many alternative high schools. We can earn your high school diploma and college credits. I'm comfortable because I'm in dissertation mode. So what happened was, I'm in school. I'm going to school. I stopped again. I'm saying to myself again, I'm going to get a job. Now I'm taking care of two kids. I got custody of a young lady from my community and my baby. So I'm like, let me go, go back to school. So now I'm trying to go to this school downtown Brooklyn called LIU. Didn't get in there, fighting and lifing like a fool because I want to go to school. Ladies, when you tend to be around people and they can't be supportive of you, they want to fight you, they want to argue with you, they want to accuse you of cheating, they want to accuse you of not doing what you're supposed to be doing for yourself, you got to learn to fall back or take 10 steps back and look ahead. Those people 99% of the time will not be in your journey. Those are your lessons. And sometimes you got to kick them to the curve. So, I'm back again. So now what happened is I started working at Discovery Zone in Brooklyn at Albert Square Mall downstairs. Ooh, Brooklyn. Always funky fresh. Ow. But anyway, I'm working and doing my thing. I meet my two friends. Only two girls really was popping in there for me. Missy, she was pregnant on baby number 3. And she was going to school full time. And she was in school full time and worked 2 jobs. And was looking for a third. I said, how the fuck she doing that? And we were the best hostesses. Then it was Andrea. She was just getting her bachelor's. No kids. Smart, beautiful girl. And I looked and I looked at Missy. I said, if she can do it, I can do it. Got up one morning and I just went and took the test. Got back into school. I passed. I was crying. I don't know where them tears came from. I don't know what they was for. Sat with the financial aid intake coordinator, all of them. They was happy. I was like, why I never get this type of attention? Pay attention, because sometimes timing, it's not when you want it. It's when he say you're going to get it. So now I sat back and I said, I'm going to get in here. I wound up meeting a couple of friends. Georgette was one of them. She was my motivation. It was one girl from the Far Rockaway, that's in Queens. A couple other girls. One girl named Crystal. I still may speak to her if I see her on Facebook. But I'm in the school and I'm busting my ass. We learning. We just educated. We just popping. We amazing. Now I'm working and I'm like, I'm leaving this job. I'm going to go to school and get my kids together. You know, my kid growing up. I'm like, oh, look at my son. You know, he's growing up. And my whole thing is, I said, no resources, nobody on my back, but it was a great team. I built a great team. I fell into a great team. The education coordinators was outstanding. The professors was outstanding. I love the math teacher, honey. And trust me, I got 100. And I came out that class. The man said, I think you cheated. I said, no, I think you a lie. Give me my score. And I told him, I said, I swear to God, if you think I'm playing, I said, I done sat in this class for years, not weeks, years. I better pass it fairly. I'm not cheating myself. Don't ever cheat yourself. Now, I fell pregnant again. I'm 25. I'm proud of myself. I only need 2 credits to graduate. Guess what I had to graduate from? Math. I ran math. I went to go back to the school closed. I didn't even know. Before then, I just got my GED. I looked, I said, all right, I was able to get in John Jay. Did a couple of classes there, was like starting over. Wound up leaving John Jay, got working with the federal government, the United States federal government Region 2 Human Resources Division. As a student trainee, I worked there and I was working my ass off, living in life. And now, here it is. And I'm telling you my journey. It might sound boring to you, but somebody understand this journey. Now, my friend kept saying, go to this school, go to Empire State College. I'm like, girl, why you ain't go? Then I wound up going to St. Francis University. Now, in the process of there, I went there, I took a movie class. I learned this movie session. Hated it. Because you know what? I should not taken that class, because that class made me not want to see no movies. I can tell you, oh, that's fake. You're probably looking like, no, that's real. No, it's fake. That movie showed us what was real and what wasn't. So I wound up leaving that school, wound up going to Empire State College. I was doing so much work and hard work in life, and working, taking care of my family, going through trials and tribulations. I wind up graduating with my associates. I said, nah, I'm not going to graduate. He said, oh, yes, you are. Go get your cap and gown. I couldn't even order it. I had to go buy it at the store in Manhattan, because he said, you work so hard, don't give up on yourself. And sometimes we need that push. We need that motivation. We need that affirmation to say, go get it. You got it. Do it. I'm in dissertation mode. I'm comfortable. So what happened was I graduated and I sat back about a few months later. I said, I want my bachelor's. Gentleman said, don't you get a bachelor's in corrections, because that's what I was going to get. He said, you go for human resources, education, you go for something like that where you can always get a job. They look at those degrees. I'm saying to myself, oh man, why you gotta blow my, I want to be a correction officer. I tried to be a correction officer, but I had a regular heartbeat and they wouldn't take me. I was like, man, hell with that. I went through the battle. They're like, oh, if you had heart surgery, you could come back. I had it, but I didn't have it for them. It wasn't that timing. Everything goes on timing, guys. When I tell you timing, it wasn't a timing. Had I had that operation for my heart and went into corrections, I wouldn't have been sitting here telling y'all this journey. So now, I did my bachelor's. I'm going to tell you how powerful the feeling, the power, the feeding of life into yourself is. I was going through a issue that wasn't even part of mine. And when you are in a relationship, or you're married, or you're going through things, it does affect you. So at the timing, I'm trying to graduate, get dolled up, do this, do that, but my mind is focused on life and what I'm going through. I shouldn't even been going through it, because it wasn't my problem. You gotta learn to mind our motherfucking business. When motherfuckers going through stuff, mind your business, enjoy your moment. I miss my moment. So now, in the process of me missing my moment, I said, that's all right. Let me get up. Let me go do what I gotta do. I get to my graduation, I fall. This man picks me up. And I was just so embarrassed. I kicked the shoes off. The shoes was bad. I never wore them again in my life. I swear I threw them away. I said, how the hell these shoes gonna make me fall? They was bad shoes. And they was from Baker's. No longer downtown Brooklyn. So now I go across the stage and I says to my professor, my deans, I said, I fell. And they stood there and they all came to me. And this one lady said, no, the man said, it doesn't matter how you fall, it's how you get back up. And I always kept that motto. Now I graduated. Life, and I still have never enjoyed to give all of me about my education to anybody. I went and I said 6 months later, I said, I want to do my associates. Where do I go? How do I start? I see my god sister's school journey, Keisha. I said, let me go see where she went. I reached out to the school. I didn't even call her. I didn't bother nobody. And I got in. I started going to class. I said, I'm in the school you used to go to. She said, girl, why you ain't telling me? I'm how happy for you. She's always happy for me, and I'm happy for her too. When I saw her, it was just like the greatest inspiration. People do inspire you. I was like, I'm going to get my master's. I did the master's program. I enjoyed it. I loved it except one class. Everything else was a breeze for me. So I was still lifing. I was still struggling with my little lessons here and there. I wasn't an honor roll student, but I was good with my work. So now I'm lifing it, and I'm telling y'all again, I'm in dissertation mode. I'm comfortable. So now what happened is, here I go, but graduated and everything. I started my journey with my doctoral. Had I fixed this one class, and she said, had you fixed that, you wouldn't have got a C, you would have passed it. You didn't fix it. And I was like, what? Now I needed some resource. You don't get resources in these classes. I wound up finding another school. I went there a couple of times and didn't work out. So now I'm back at the other school, Argosy University. So April of 2021, or April of 2020, I told my niece, I said, go to Argosy, April of 2021. I said, go to the school and register. And she was like, all right, Monty, I'm going to go. She went and she registered. And the day she started, I said, I'm going to register. The school closed. Booyaka, booyaka, bang, bang. Y'all gonna relate. Somebody gonna relate to the story. It's long, but it's for real. Now, what happened was, I'm screaming like, what happened? I go back to the school I'm at, National University. Now, it was North Central University then. I'm just going and going and going and going and going. I'm doing my doctoral. We home, it's COVID. Where the hell else was we going? I encourage everybody to go to school. I didn't even know social media was rocking the way it was, because I sure would have been on it like that. I started cooking and posting videos. I didn't even know people were paying me any mind. I was still going to school and life in it. So I'm busting my butt. No resources. If I didn't understand something, I didn't have people at these levels to go to. You could only get 30 to 40 minutes with an instructor. You can only speak to your professor for a few minutes. The rest is on you. I'm lifing. Now I'm at this stage. The whole time I didn't even have a dissertation topic. So I'm just writing on whatever came to mind. Be careful when you're doing those things, because honey, you're going to need certain things. So now I'm at the end. I'm getting ready to take my class. When I start the dissertation is going to take me to the level that I need to graduate. I did not realize, nor did I know, you get 1 year. That 1 year can turn into 2, 3, 4, 5. And I tell people, yes, it can. It's about time. We got talents, we got gifts, we got time. Your time is your time, my time is my time. I come on here to share positive affirmations, positive education affirmations, positive work affirmations, positive relationship affirmations. I come here to share with you. This is the start of my education journey. I am part of the National Leaders Society. That is 1% of people in the world that's part of that. You have to be in this stage in order to get there. I didn't even know I had 3 professors in high standards nominated me. I didn't even know it. They check on me. Hey, how are you? How's everything going? Who gets that? That's better than resource. Because I'm smart. I didn't give up. And I tell you this because a lot of people from urban community come, oh, I got too many kids. I can't go to work. I can't go to school. I got to make money. I took care of 5 kids. 2 was mine. They all were mine. But 2 was my biological children. It was my nieces and my nephews. I had to life. I had to go against agencies. I had to go against courts to make sure these kids was good. I didn't give up. So when you see me going to work and school, I learned to balance that. I didn't care who laughed at me. My journey is not going to start when you say, I need for you to start your journey today. And I'm comfortable right now because I'm in dissertation mode. It's late. I said I just wanted to come here and share this. Our timing falls different. Our timing don't come when Peter Paul say go. Lily Mae say stop. If he say go, I go. If he say pause, I pause. I'm on pause. I started my class back in April. So if I would have started it in February this month, I would have been working to be done by December. That's one class. You get 1 year in that class. It would have started January 29th to January 29th, December 29th, 2024. That's one year. Let me explain something to you. I came from an urban community. I came from places where disadvantages slapped me left and right. I came from a place where people would have robbed my innocence if I allowed it. I came from a place where I had to fight just to stay safe. I came from a place where I seen people die right before your eyes. You see them 1 minute and next minute they dead. And you can walk outside and stand over them and look. I've been there. I've been to a place where education wasn't a priority. Either you did it or you didn't. And we didn't have all these services and stuff we had here. We didn't see people going to school and college. I had so many people come to me and say, you encouraged me to go back to school. You always said that to us. Go to college, go to college. I tell it to everybody. And all these degrees that I earned, I'm earning it for me because I want a better me. When I die, they're going to go in the garbage. They're not going to go in the museum. Ain't nobody going to put my work up. Ain't nobody going to know the struggles, the trials, the tribulations that I did to get where I'm at with my education. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do. When I'm done, it's on my timing. I'm excited and I'm happy. I worked New York City Human Resources Administration, FIA, in the welfare. A gentleman came and he brought me his dissertation. It's in a book. I'm writing a book that is on a topic that is not discussed. Racial microaggression on Black women managers in Department of Social Services. And the effects that cause, a lot of times we didn't even know what that word was until 2 months ago. We never used that word. It's fancy. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. These are questions. a list of questions that I'm asking myself to answer these dissertations. Have you ever seen a real dissertation? I didn't. I'm in it. I gotta do an oral defense. Do you see this? This is part of my dissertation. I still have to do my positive affirmations. People go, well, I gotta do this and I gotta do. People gotta work and people gotta do their dissertations. People turn around, and this is the journey we choose to do. I'm gonna do my dissertation. I wanna travel, and I just wanna finish on nobody's timing but my own. I'm going to give it to 41 minutes. I want to say thank you for taking the time. Pay attention to this video because there's going to be more to come. I'm going to be sitting down in libraries. I'm going to be sitting down in colleges. And I'm going to be sitting down at home. And I'm going to be sitting down sharing this with you. This journey is for real. If you are on this pathway, be that person. Be for yourself. Be into yourself. Love who you are. Be positive. Stay smart. I'm smart. I'm amazing. I'm a genius. I got this. Have a blessed and wonderful night. Don't forget, dissertation stage.